tal, comunidad? Estamos aquí con Chris Haluke, es Lead Campaign Designer de 343 Industries y nos va a contar un poco de cómo es que ellos empezaron a desarrollar Halo 5, cuáles son las inspiraciones y bueno, pues vamos a empezar con las preguntas, ¿ok?
Wow, there's lots of challenges with the campaign. The biggest thing that I'd say is quite new and different for the campaign is the fact that it is completely built from the ground up for 4-player co-op. That was a huge challenge for us, considering where we came from Halo 4, which was basically designed for single player. We had co-op, but it wasn't designed for that. So the fact that we've embraced 4-player co-op at all time across the game was huge. We've had to make the environments much bigger. We've had to have more AI to fight against. There's so many little things that went into making that co-op choice. Really proud of what we did, but that was huge. It was a huge challenge for us. There's a lot, actually. So we will have a feature now where you can revive your teammates. So if I'm playing with 3 friends, you can revive each other when you go down. That's new. If I'm playing with my companion AI, you can order them to attack enemies, to revive somebody, to go pick up that weapon, drive that vehicle. There's a lot of new little twists that we've put in to make sure that the co-op aspect of the game really shines through. It's definitely different. I loved Killzone, still do. I learned a lot from that franchise and truly adore it. There's a lot of learnings that I can bring into Halo, but Halo overall, it's a highly sandbox-based game, which you can just have fun. There's weapons, there's vehicles, there's enemies, and it's this whole toy box that players can go in and just enjoy themselves. They can choose to overcome objectives however they want. They can create their own paths. They can traverse new areas with our new Spartan abilities. They can clamber and shoulder charge. So there's so many new things that definitely separate it from the Killzone franchise. But overall, yeah, we love Halo. We love what we're doing with it, and it's been a pleasure and a thrill to work on. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of challenges, not only from understanding who you're playing as, so transitioning from cinematics to gameplay to make sure players completely understand who they are at all times. Just the sheer amount of characters that we have, it's a truly ensemble cast. There's 8 characters, 8 playable characters. So just understanding the nuances between them all and for people to get new story and narrative elements from each of them was a huge challenge. I think, if I'm not mistaken, our narrative team had, I don't want to put a number on it, but it's by far the most amount of VO lines ever in a Halo game, and that is purely to help tell that story and that people can get the narrative from our game no matter how they play. I understand what you're saying, copy and paste. There's usually a purpose and a reason why that's done. I know that our environments are huge. We've spent a lot of time crafting them for our encounters to tell the narrative that we want to. So everything that we have, it has a purpose, it has a reason. There's a fictional reason why our environments are laid out the way that they are, to tell stories and also to provide players with the gameplay that they need. Again, with our Spartan abilities, that's a huge new undertaking where we had to build environments to support that. People need to play our game on the 27th, and they will be blown away by the environments that they're going to be running through. Which story? Oh, Spartan Ops. So I guess the takeaway from Spartan Ops, which I actually spent a lot of time working on, is just the co-op nature of it. That is a huge takeaway that we had from Spartan Ops. It's helped us kind of inform maybe some of the level design choices that we've made in Halo 5 Guardians in the campaign. And there's also a lot of narrative. So if people have played Spartan Ops, they're going to have a deeper sense of some of the fiction that took place at the end of Halo 4 and then led into Spartan Ops, and then that carries into Halo 5. So
Understanding the story?
Yeah, there's definitely tie-ins with characters and some of the narrative themes, so it's certainly something that if they haven't played, I would encourage you to go and play Spartan Ops just to get a little bit more background in the world. Halo 5, come on. Do you know what? It's hard for me to put like my favorite on one. There's elements right from the beginning. It's when I went back to play whatever the first one, Halo 1 CE, a couple weeks ago, and there's parts that I just got brought back to that. The first time I was on the Halo ring as Chief, it was astonishing, and it still gives me that kind of feeling that, wow, this is so inspiring. If I look at Halo 3, it's got some of the most incredible combat scenarios that I've ever played that feel so big and open, and vehicles, and just everything that I enjoy as a player. So taking away some of those elements that I love from previous Halos and trying to incorporate it into what we've done now, and just think there's so many other people on our team that have the same thing. So if everybody takes away everything that they've liked from previous games and we're able to apply it into Halo 5 Guardians, to me that's amazing.
So really, Halo 5 is your favorite? Because you just like dodged the question.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love Halo 5. I think it's
your child?
It is, like it's something that, it's a labor of love for our whole studio. It's something I'm extremely proud of. I can't wait to see people's reaction to playing. It's
beautiful environments, everything looks just gorgeous.
To me, it's such a nice combination of the story that we're trying to tell. The environments are beautiful, and then the gameplay and how it all comes together. So I think it's the proper evolution for Halo, and I'm really proud to the work that we do. Do you know what? No, yeah, this is going to be awesome. I think so. I'd never been to Mexico City before, and to come for this event, it is incredible. Like to walk through those doors this morning, to see this whole place set up for Halo, to understand there's so many fans in Mexico City, in Mexico, that I don't necessarily always get to see, but to be part of this and to see everybody and that it means so much to them, it's huge for me. And I'm obviously going to take that back to the studio and let them know that there's this franchise that we're working on that means so much to so many people worldwide.
I think, in fact, Halo is one of the biggest franchises here in Mexico because I have seen so many kids that I know that they should be playing Halo.
Yeah.
But kids and adults alike, we have a very big community here in Mexico, and we have a lot of Halo fans, and it's overwhelming really to see the kind of things they expect from Halo 5. And I don't know, it's big, it's huge in Mexico.
It's daunting, like for me to understand that you've got this responsibility trying to curate a franchise like Halo and to make sure that it's everything everybody wants it to be. So it's definitely, it means a lot to me to see this reception here in Mexico City, and it's been an honor to be here with everyone.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you guys. Thank you.